Welcome to Fireside Giants. My name is Alex, and I'm here with the myth, the legend, Sam Prince, who had one of the most exciting experiences at the NFL draft, being with Kayvon Thibodeau, this Giants team. He's been living the dream, guys. If there's any fan who's been living the dream of being the super Giants fan, it is Sam Prince, my man right here. He's been going all over the place, being with Dable, being with Schoen, being with all the entire team, doing the huddle, for goodness sakes. You did that the other day. I mean, how has it been to be like just this face of the organization over the past couple of weeks and having all these unbelievable experiences just fall into your lap? And it's been incredible, man.
Well, Alex, thank you so much for having me on Fireside Giants. Big fan of the whole company for a long time now. It's been crazy to say the least. Incredible, amazing. Everything you dream of is like happening. I got to meet Kayvon. He was the coolest dude, by the way. So unfortunately, like before the draft, like I got to go on the red carpet. Unfortunately, it was awesome going on the red carpet. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him at the red carpet. I got to meet a lot of players. I actually got to meet Sauce. He was a really cool guy. I didn't get to meet Neil. I got to meet a lot of other players, but no one the Giants draft. It was a little funny on that part. So I did the little dance with him. It was great. And other people were like, "Oh, you talked to him after." I did not get to talk to him after the fact. I wish I did, but it's all good. He was with his family. Then I was backstage with the NFL. It's still so weird to get to say that. I was backstage with the NFL and Roger Goodell. And I met him at the huddle, and he came right up to me. He says to me, "Sam, it was so great to meet you. The man, the myth, the legend." We were talking. He's the coolest dude. Like this whole past month or so, maybe like 6 weeks, has been the time of my life.
I mean, I've honestly, every moment of this entire journey for you, I've been watching along the way, supporting you, rooting for you, man. I am so happy that you've been
Thank
able
you.
to experience this because at the end of the day, good people like yourself deserve these type of
Thank
opportunities.
you.
And I am just so happy to be talking with you today and learning about your journey. And I want to ask you about that. Like, getting to the point where you're calling the Giants fifth overall pick. What happened before that? How did that process come to be? The journey that you went through before leading up to this point where now your life is kind of changing for the better and you're seeing some of your dreams come to fruition. It's an incredible journey.
Yeah, Alex. So I was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome and one lung. Basically, what hypoplastic left heart syndrome is, you're born with half a heart, and I still have one lung to this day. I got a heart transplant on March 14th, 2011. 11 years going strong with my transplant. It's been a whole new life for that. And I have been a lifelong Giants fan. My whole family is Giants fans. My grandpa's had season tickets to the Giants for 50 years. Yes, we've been there in the worst of the worst and the best of the best. And last couple of years hasn't been too good. So we're hoping we're going to turn the corner. And I always have had a make a wish, but I never knew what to use it on because I wanted to do something that was really special to me and something that I was remembered for the rest of my life. And I love the draft. I love the Giants. So I was like, well, why don't I just put these two together? And I was like, I'm going to announce the New York Football Giants first round pick. This is in 2018. No, sorry, that was in 2019. I wanted to do it. So I went to Make a Wish. They came to my house and I filled out the forms. I told my wish. They're like, so I was actually wearing a Giants shirt. So like, so Sam, what do you think your wish could be? They're giving me some ideas. I know exactly what my wish is going to be. I told them I want to announce the New York Giants first round pick. I said first round in person at the draft.
I mean, yeah, you were like skipped over the free jet ski. You were like, I want to go for the home run.
Yeah, I want to go for the home. I want to go first round. And I was supposed to do in 2020, but obviously that didn't happen. But I got to meet Make a Wish paired me up with Andrew. And Andrew's a really cool guy. We're friends now. So and I got surprised right before the draft. They were telling me to like not because I was always asked, "Oh, am I going to Vegas? Am I going to Vegas? Am I going to Vegas?" But they're like, "No, COVID." I was really bummed out. They were just doing that to like psyched up even more when I found out. So when Shane and Dave's gave me the wish granted, I was a thrill of a lifetime, and I don't think I'll ever say that. And what's pretty funny? I never say yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I never said that before, but now I say it all the time.
I mean, yeah, you're on like a nickname basis with Dave's now, so that's pretty impressive. You're getting to know him really well, and look, what happened, like, with COVID and everything kind of stalling that wish, right? Probably was the best thing that could have happened, because now you got to go, and you got to call Kayvon Thibodeau, who matched your energy to a level that I was sitting there and I watched it happen. I was actually overseas. It was 3 a.m. in the morning when they called that pick, and I was watching it, and I saw your energy, and it felt like it was 1 p.m. I got so excited. I woke up my girlfriend. She was like, "What is going on?" I said, "Sam Prince just called it, and he's going nuts," and I'm having a blast. And it was awesome. Like, it was truly like one of those things where it was like, I couldn't have imagined it happening to a better person, and someone that deserved it as much as you. And you brought life to this organization with that one moment. You rejuvenated hundreds of thousands of people at that very moment, everybody that was watching. And you may not know that, but I guarantee everybody that saw that pick happened felt that energy get reinstilled into this Giants organization, this Giants team. And ever since then, we've been kind of riding that high, and really been excited about this squad and the future of this team. So, congratulations on that, an unbelievable just journey and experience.
Thank you so much, Alex. That means the absolute world to me that you woke up at 3 a.m. to see me. I mean, of course, you wanted to see who the Giants drafted, but I'm a lot of bonus right there.
I'd say you were the main prize.
How did the Giants end up with Kayvon Thibodeau? We got to talk about this. A year ago, right before the college football season, so probably around this time, 2021, I would have, if you would have told me the Giants got Kayvon Thibodeau at 5, I would have thought you were joking, because Kayvon was 1 and Evan Neal was 2. How do we end up with the 2 best prospects going in to the college football season? I don't know how that happened. Can we just give Joe Schoen and the whole organization just a little applause for a great draft?
A little round of applause.
What was the last time us Giants fans were proud of a draft? Not just one pick or, that was like a 3rd round or like a 4th round. The whole draft.
It's been a long time, right? It's been a long time since we've felt the sense of we're in the right direction and we have the right people in place. Because now, Dave Gettleman's gone. We have this new young brass of guys who understand the modern analytics, the modern idea of football, right? They understand that, how the money's supposed to work, how the players are supposed to act, how to deal with injuries. All these things have been plaguing us for many years at this point. But I kind of feel like we're in a better spot now than we were in the past, just based on the people that are here, what the others have said about him. Brandon Beane was asked the other day, the Bills GM said, "How do you replace Joe Schoen?" And then he was like, "You don't replace Joe Schoen. He's a once in you can't just replace a guy like that. He's so valuable, everything he brings to a squad." So how did we get Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal? A miracle. Honestly, I don't even think I've woken up from the dream that happened yet, right? Like, you're living an even crazier dream than I am. You're probably like, seriously, I can't even.
When I was talking to Evan when I was at practice, so I took a picture with him. I was like, "Evan, can we take a picture?" And we were talking. He is so big. Like, he was standing next to Kayvon. I mean, we've seen the famous picture. Kayvon looks like a midget. I'm 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. I was like, I mean, I know I'm small and short, but I'm like, oh my God, this man is almost like a whole foot taller.
He's like a bison.
He's so muscular. He is like, okay, let's talk about this. The Giants drafted a lineman at 7 and went for the strategical pick with Kayvon. I mean, that's what any good GM would take, Kayvon at 5 and then Neal were across at 7. But can we just talk about this? Us Giants fans are, at least me, I'm confident in the Giants offensive line this year.
Definitely more confident than we have been in the past, right? The last couple seasons have been pretty tough. The Eric Flowers turnstile era. We have, just left guard position we were just pretty much picking guys up the street and putting them in there and saying good luck. Billy Price tripping over his own feet. There's a lot of memories I'm trying to forget.
I liked Price as much as
he worked hard.
And, unfortunately, Nick, with his injury, that's just a bummer.
Very unfortunate.
I don't know. Who knows if he's even going to play football again?
Look, I'm rooting for him. I know you are. Everyone in the Giants nation is rooting for the guy to make a comeback.
Even if if you want to root for, it's Nick, because he's just like one of us. He was an undrafted free agent. He's the cool, really cool guy. I got to meet him, and I said, "I'm rooting for you," and he's like, "I appreciate it."
Yeah, I mean, look, like you said, there's nobody else that's probably more deserving of him to make a comeback like that. And ultimately, even if he returns to being a good backup, that's all we can ask for, right? Him becoming a starter again would be a dream come true. Him just being able to play football in general would be just a huge accomplishment.
When I watched him dribble, like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm like, oh no, he's not getting up. This is really bad.
It was like Joe Theismann injury style. Like that was, before both of our times, but the injury.
Yeah, I'm like, Alex, you're not that much older than me. I'm 19.
I'm not. I'm only 25, so I'm not much older than you at all. So
dang, you're only 3 years older than my brother. My brother.
Yeah, I'm a young. I didn't see Joe Theismann break his leg. I've seen the video many times, and it looked just like the Nick Gates injury. Ugh, it's just devastating, man. But like you said, I think this offensive line is in a much better spot.
I mean, look, we're not going to the best offensive line, but I mean, look, when was the last time the Giants had an average offensive line?
A long time ago, my friend. I don't even remember. But now you look, we got Mark Lewinsky, you got John Feliciano.
Oh yeah,
he looks great. He looks great. And Evan Neal, like you said, is a monster human being. Mark Lewinsky said once he gets his hands on you, there's no he's got you. He's got you like he's a WWE fighter. There's no way he's gonna hit you with a chair. Like it's over. Like when you see him, how you said he looks muscular. Is he like actually muscular? Because being 340 pounds and that muscular is like actually insane.
He's insane. I'll send you the picture. He's insane. His arm is like this. It's all of this, and it's like all muscle.
It's like my torso.
And like he's like putting his arms. Like, how do you put your arm in? You not have to like walk around like this.
You could probably fly. He spread out his wing spot.
He's so big. I don't really understand it.
I mean, look, that's what we needed, right? We needed a big right tackle to replace Nate Solder. Nate Solder's gone through his own story. I'm sure you're aware. So yeah. Really unfortunate that it kind of ended the way it did, but we have a new young guy, and I'm excited to see what he does.
Did Nate Solder officially retire? What team is he on? Like,
I think he's a free agent right now. So the Giants are paying him in a void year $4 million to not be on the team. So he's getting paid this year. But I do believe he's a free agent. Probably just going to spend this season. I'm sure just spending it with his family. I know going back and up from Boston. I know he was driving from New York to Boston because his son was still having cancer treatments at some point. I don't remember exactly when that stopped or whatnot, but he definitely is still going through something there.
Tech issues here. Do you think that Nate Solder is ever going to play football again?
Well, I heard the Lions actually were making a push to sign him, but what's a crazy thing is that Billy Price, Matt Skura, and Nate Solder, all free agents. None of them have signed with the team yet. Pretty good indication of how bad the Giants' offensive line last year was. Just like nobody really wants them. So interesting kind of developments there. But Nate Solder, I would imagine probably maybe he signs a 1-year deal and then retires, or maybe he just calls it quits. It really depends. I guess it depends where it is at the end of the day.
I think he calls it quits too. I honestly don't see it happening because, I mean, look, let's be real. It's just, I don't see it.
I think we all know what you mean when you say that.
And I do wish him the best, but I mean, like, how do you come back from that? But yeah, so we're here. I mean, look, the only player on the Giants offensive line this year that played the full season that's still at an elite level is Andrew Thomas. I mean, look, that's my guy, as I said earlier. Been a huge fan of him since day one, since he's in college. I mean, him to put up those kind of numbers on a good offensive line, on a bad offensive line last year, it's really saying something to his talent.
It is, and Andrew Thomas's development has been one of those lone bright spots for this Giants offense. And if he can replicate last year's performance, this line is going to be a lot better. It's going to be, hopefully, all we can hope for is average, right? An average offensive line was what Daniel Jones had in week 4 against New Orleans. And he looked like a legitimate quarterback. And we're like, okay, this guy can actually sling the rock. He can actually do some positive things. If the Giants offensive line can play like that every week, we might see the best of Daniel Jones. We might actually see a quarterback worth investing in, right? That's the big question.
All right. So this is what we're getting this. This is the biggest question, Giants offseason. Okay. I'll give you the 3 biggest questions. But first, gotta start with the first one. No particular order. Is he the guy?
Is Daniel Jones the guy? At this point, I'd say that the cards are stacked against him. I'd say there's maybe a 30% chance, 25% chance he's the guy. I say there's a 75% chance management decides, you know what, we want to go with a guy that we pick or on a rookie deal, and that's it. Like, we just want to reset and have that rookie window and the flexibility cash wise. I think that's probably what happens. I don't think the team is good enough yet to promote a best version of Daniel Jones.
And I do believe he has talent. I think, look, if he's not going to succeed with the Giants, he's not going to stay with any team. I don't see any team going after him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I think he also has the talent too. Like Golden Tate said it the other day, right? He was like, Daniel Jones is, capable of being that complete quarterback. He can throw, he can run, he can do it all. He can do everything. The Giants just tried to micromanage him a little bit too much. And now, like the term they're saying, let it loose.
We also had Jason Garrett as our offensive coordinator.
We don't say that word here. We don't say that word here. That's
the
illegal
man who is replacing Drew Brees for Sunday Night Football Countdown, a.k.a.
the Dallas Saboteur.
Yes. Okay. That man is just so toxic to the Giants organization, okay?
He really is.
The Clapper.
He is
the Clapper.
The Clapper. That's the better nickname.
The Clapper
is banished from ever stepping foot in
and
this.
Look, I mean, we actually have an offensive-minded head coach. I mean, Joe Judge, oh my God, I'm sorry. I can't. I don't – if people – I understand some people who defend him. Like, I respect it. I think he can be, at best, a very good defensive coordinator, but not a head coach. Can't call plays.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely can't call plays. He also, his time management was some of the worst I've ever seen. I think that he was just too raw.
Who calls a 3rd and 19 on
that had to be Joe. That was what got him fired. He laid down. I just ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't think he was ready to be a head coach. I think he was too caught up in being a disciplinary figure like a Bill Belichick, but nobody respected him like that, right? So like Bill Belichick, everybody respects him. Nobody respected Joe Judge because who is he? Nobody knows who he is, right? So that's the concern.
I mean, when you're Bill Belichick, you win 6 Super Bowls with the Patriots, 2 with the Giants. I think you're pretty good at your job.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, I mean
there's
Dable.
Some people. Look, you're not a Dable guy? No.
No, I love Dable. I love Dable.
Okay, good. Okay, that's why I thought. I was like, not from your turn. Like, you love that man.
No, I definitely like Dable.
I love Dable. I am Dable's I am Joe and Dable's #1 supporters.
So tell me about them, meeting them. What are their personalities like? Anything interesting that you heard?
As advertised, they are amazing human beings. While I was at practice, I was with Joe Shane the whole time. I'm not quite sure like what GMs like do at practice, if they walk around or not every practice, but he was walking around and introduced me to all the players. Dable was too. They were just amazing human beings. And, a lot of people like act like that on like camera, like, oh, I'm so cool. But no, they're as advertised. They were genuinely so happy to see me again.
That's amazing. And how is it kind of being with the GM and the new head coach? It has that family atmosphere again, because I feel like the Giants have been more of like a regiment than a family.
It has a family atmosphere. It's so weird. Like a month ago, before I'm just moving my camera a little bit. I know it's gonna look really weird. So like a month ago, before the draft, I was, oh my gosh, I love Joe Shane. Oh my gosh, I love Joe Shane. Oh my gosh, I would literally say that, like, I love this hire. I can't wait to see your draft pick. Like I love this, what this man did in Buffalo. Like it was a little creepy how much I love this man. And then I get to meet him. I'm like, oh hi. Like people would always joke. I have this one friend. We love him so we loved him so much at Buffalo. We're like, oh my gosh, if he does not come to the Giants, this organization is done. It's done. They're gonna hire some random person. Who's gonna draft
dinosaur.
We need to use modern analytics. No, we would rant how much we want Joe Shane. And the whole Brian Flores thing, which that was just terrible on itself, because Brian Flores. I mean, look, good head coach in Miami, but there's something that we don't know about that story that, I mean, you may know that I don't know. Like,
I don't know. I only think he knows what happened there.
I think there's something like on both sides that happened.
Yeah, I don't even want to speculate because it's such a touchy
I don't want
subject.
to. I don't want to speculate that either. No.
Yeah.
I don't want to speculate.
But look, I'm happy with the direction we went in, right? Because Dable has that family
Well,
mentality. He's a great guy. He's bringing, like you said, modern analytics and offensive-minded football to a team that has had a Pee-wee level offense the last couple seasons, and
I
it's
think
nice to
Pee Wee.
see.
Look, no. Pee Wee is a nice word to say. This Giants offense. So another big question: Saquon. Is he coming back for year 6?
If I was to bet on it, I'd say based on the modern analytics, if we're going to stick with that trend, I'd say that he has to have a magisterial 2022 season to justify a contract extension.
I would love him to come back, but
there it is.
I need him to take a pay cut.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
that's willing to take a pay cut. I am down for that. I am so happy for a pay cut. Because look, if it's a pay cut, I'm down because you can't win a Super Bowl with a running back.
It's true.
Look, that doesn't make sense. You can't win a Super Bowl
star
as star as your running back now. Yes.
Yeah. So okay, I agree with you. There you go, Derrick Henry. That's a big one.
I still think if you have you have a great quarterback and a great running back, I think you're golden.
That's all you need. I mean, look, you look at the Rams last year, they had Cam Akers and Sony Michel, and they went through Cooper Kupp. Look, hey, how about this? How about Wan'Dale Robinson is our version of Cooper Kupp? You know, we do fun things with him.
Alex, I am the biggest Wan'Dale Robinson fan in the whole entire world, okay? I love Wan'Dale Robinson, okay? When I met him, it was really weird because, like, in college, I was the biggest Wan'Dale Robinson fan. Not like of his family. I was pretty big. I was like, oh my gosh, sorry, that weird glare. I have to walk and put it in a new charger because I just having an off technology day, guys. Sorry about this. This is terrible. Sorry, I'm really sorry. This normally does not happen.
Honestly, you're just about as agile as Wan'Dale right now. You're moving and grooving.
I am moving and grooving. This normally does not happen to me. Oh my gosh, tech. I broke my computer right before I was interviewing Andrew Thomas. A little inside information of my life right now. This room I'm in has the glares on galore, like glare. So right before I was interviewing Andrew Thomas, I was in good light, but it was like glare. I looked like a computer when like people like 90-year-olds that trying to go on Zooms are like, oh, my camera's off. You're like the worst glare. The glares. I know, like, whatever. So right before I was interviewing Andrew, this is inside information here. I dropped my computer and I shattered the screen, and it does not work anymore.
Oof, right, man.
But I still did the interview for Andrew Thomas. That's how dedicated I was.
Did you learn anything interesting? Did you learn anything interesting from Andrew? Something about hot dogs, right?
That he prefers flats over drums when it comes to wings.
It was the chicken wings. It was the chicken wings.
Yes. I posted about that. You're a drums guy, right?
I'm a drums guy, man. You gotta hit some tunes on when you're eating the drums.
Some tunes. You have to hit some tunes.
You gotta be fake drumming.
You gotta be like, and then I also learned that he loves Snowfall. I knew he liked Money Heist. He was telling me about like a little bit about himself. I mean, like linemen, I love good offensive linemen. They are the most underappreciated players in the NFL.
They are. I mean, look, especially ones that are kind of humble, like AT, and he's just seems like a great dude.
He's amazing.
Has a lot of personality.
He's so quiet. Like,
yeah.
In the middle of the interview, he starts like, if you guys didn't listen to it, so listen to it. And like, he's like, into my bio for Twitter, and he's like such a cool guy. You know, he's shy, but once he opens up, he opens up.
Yeah, no, I imagine
really cool guy.
Yeah, flat's interesting though. I don't know about that. Flat wings, that's an interesting take.
He's like telling me how he eats it, and like he like rips it.
He's definitely from the South. He
wants he wants to take me for flats for wings. He wants to teach me how to do a flat.
That sounds like a pretty
teach me
cool
how to
thing.
eat a flat. I was like, all right, you're name the time, place, and date. I am down for that.
Yeah, and now I kind of want some wings. I love some good wings, some Buffalo Wild Wings. They hit different.
Not Buffalo. No, I'm not
No?
a Buffalo Wild Wings guy.
What are your wings? Where do you go?
So, okay. Well, these are all Jersey wing places, so like they're gonna be like for you because you live in New York. I mean, just go for some wings at a random bar. Just that's all I do. I got a Sharky's in Clifton.
Okay.
I got a Sharky's in Clifton. I think they make the best wings around. Them and I've had some really other great places. So no, we need for the Giants. We need the Giants. How awesome is this? I review wings for my podcast. How awesome would this be, Alex? If I got to if some of the Giants players and I reviewed wings, who do you think would be the coolest guy to review the wings with? I mean, besides Andrew and Kayvon.
I feel like Kadarius would be really funny. Wandale, I was gonna say Wandale. Kadarius would be funny to eat wings with, though.
He is a really funny guy. He's a nice guy too. Like, I mean, like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I don't know if you're gonna vibe with him." Like, I'll wait and see. I don't like to judge people so soon. And again, I'm really sorry about the technology issues again today. I'm moving like Wandale today, hopefully on the field. So we had a little preview how much I move it. We're moving. I think usually just anyone, if I got to do something with that'd be just so cool in itself.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So,
I mean,
speaking of Tony, who's the wide receiver one this year?
So I think that until proven otherwise, Kenny is the wide receiver one, but I think that could change pretty quickly if Kadarius maintains his health. That's my opinion.
I think that's a problem. I think that's why we drafted Wandale.
That's right, and I think that Wandale can serve a multitude of roles. He can be the Isaiah McKenzie for Buffalo. He can be even like you look at Gabe Davis. I mean, you can look at Rondale Moore for the Cardinals. You can look at Cooper Kupp and just his shiftiness and speed. You can look at Tyreek Hill.
Let's not compare those two yet.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying their styles of play with the agility is very similar, like just the agility, but not obviously like Cooper Kupp's one of the best players in the league. Wandale, I think, has great route running, but I think he's still raw in some areas. He has small hands, small wingspan, but I think getting him involved behind the line of scrimmage on screen passes and getting stuff like that will be really good for the Giants offense.
I think the Giants offense is going to look automatically better than last year. Let's be real.
They could do anything different and it'd be better than last year. Anything.
Anything different than last year. That's so funny.
Anything.
That's so true.
It is. I mean, Jason Garrett literally said somehow justified shrinking the field. He would roll Daniel Jones out to the right side, have all of his receivers bunch up in about a 5-yard radius and just say, hey, DJ, throw it into that circle there and see what happens. Half the time it was interceptions. And Jason Garrett sitting there like, wasn't my fault. And I'm like, bro, this scheme doesn't make any sense. Where did you find this? Like a McDonald's dumpster? This is crazy.
McDonald's dumpster. I mean, the scheme last year was just terrible. Last year, did you think the Giants were going to be good last year?
No, they were awful. I mean, we ran the ball. We kneeled the ball on 3rd and 9.
Going into the season.
I mean, we saw progress in year 1 of Joe Judge. I had higher expectations, but
I had high expectations. But preseason week 3 Patriots, I'm thinking to myself, this is not going to be good. We're this is. I was like, okay, maybe we're going to have like 7 wins. But like,
I was in the Falcons game. It was bad. Blake Martinez goes down. I'm like, we're screwed.
I didn't think. I was like, okay. When I was watching the Saints game, I was like, you won the game. You won the game.
Wait a second. I'm like, what? I'm gonna wake up tomorrow.
Because
they lost.
That would have been such a giant. That would have been such a classic Joe Judge error. This is the past Giants whole era. This is no longer the Joe Judge. We're in the Joe Shane era. Okay, we can't think about those types of Giants losses. This is no longer anymore. Losses that like they would used to have. Hopefully used to have when like you would come back and like just the last second field goal, they lose too much time on the clock. What used to happen? Do you remember those games when oh my gosh, this glare is really bad. Sorry, I'm just really finding a really good spot.
It's like angelic.
This could be good. No, like literally, like wait, this is my glare. Like this is just a Sam Prince tour right here.
Some good windows, man. I wish I had windows like that in New York City.
No, it's good, but
dark
like,
in here.
Look, it's just this weird glare. So if I like sit here like on my couch, it looks like there's a ghost behind me. Do you think there's a ghost behind me?
That's Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I'm Sam Darnold right here. I'm chasing ghosts. Look, where are the ghosts?
He's got agility of Sam Darnold, the agility of Wandale, and the vision of Sam Darnold. That's a hell of a player combo.
Wait, you know what? We're facing Sam Darnold week 2. That's crazy to think about.
I am so happy. I love facing Sam Darnold. You always get a win out of Sam Darnold.
Oh well, I mean, God, I mean, if we don't win that game, that'll be it.
Yeah, that's so disappointing. Yeah, how are you? Did you get to meet Wink Martindale? How was he?
He's a very like old school football guy.
Intense.
The first time I met him there, I had 2 interactions with him. Like Joe was like, "Oh, come up, meet Wade." I was like, "Okay," and like it was like talking, and like it was a bad time to introduce himself. He's like, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was a bad." I was like, "It's okay." And so it's like he was a pretty cool guy actually. So when I was talking to Saquon, I know you guys saw the pictures on Twitter and Instagram. That's still surreal. He gave me his gloves right here.
Nice. Those are dope. Those are sick.
Those are dope. So I said to Saquon, I'm like,
oh wow,
Saquon, are we getting a Saquon brand Nike cleats this year? Because
what do you think?
He's like, oh, maybe. He's like, maybe. Because those would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be insane. I mean, this whole team has different vibes. I like what they're doing, bringing in positive guys like yourself to help change the atmosphere of this entire organization and bring it back to the family mentality it used to be. And it kind of has that feeling now, just like it's embracing everybody instead of pushing everybody away. With all the negativity and obviously like the free Pepsi was a big smack on the face last year. Definitely
free medium Pepsi.
Okay. That was a hell of a move.
I loved it. Okay, if we're back this year and we have we're in the stands this year, we need a free medium large Pepsi.
They should make a joke out of it. They should make a joke out of it because at this point. You got to do it. It's a joke.
And like, I would be like, I go crazy on Twitter for that. I got my free medium Pepsi. So before I have to go, Alex, I will, if you would like me back on the podcast, I would love to come back. I will have a better computer for this, and I won't have to use my phone. I have to walk away. I have to move like Wandale. This podcast, I'm so dedicated to Fireside Giants and Empire Sports Media. I'm wandering around my room, running around just like Wandale, and trying not to see ghosts like Sam Darnold. I am so dedicated to this in Giants football. That's just how dedicated I am. I get my garb here.
I know you are.
So as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, Wandale. What was I saying before? We cut that little part.
Medium Pepsis.
Yes, medium Pepsis. So when a little story, that Cowboy game, I didn't get a medium Pepsi. I didn't get it because it has to be in a season ticket holder's name. And that's my grandpa has the season tickets, and he didn't want to wait on the line for the free medium Pepsi. He's like, no, I'm not waiting on that line because we thought, okay, one of us can just say his name, but you have like show identification or something like that.
Right.
And it just, at that point, it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, I never want to see a free medium Pepsi as a way to smooth over poor performances from the team. So I'm hoping we're better this year.
We're okay. I think anything's better than last year.
Anything is better than last year. It couldn't get any worse. I mean, the thing is, we say that every year. It could get worse. It couldn't get any worse, and then it gets worse.
No, nothing can get worse than last year because we have a competent GM.
Yeah, that's right. A competent GM. A good head coach. It seems like they're allowing the players to enjoy the process instead of forcing them to go through these consequential things.
I mean, I was there. It felt like a different team.
Yeah, and you love to hear that, man. But I know you got to go in a minute here, so I just want to thank you.
I have to interview right now. I'm interviewing my own podcast, some members from the National Gay Flag Football League on our Pride Month. So we're doing that this week. Now on Friday, a day of recording. So we're doing that 10 minutes or so. And, I'm so sorry I have to leave with the whole, tech issues, all that stuff. I will. You give me a date and time, and I'll be back on Fireside Giants, Alex. We got that. We got that deal right here. And there will be no ghosts. Sam Prince will not be seeing ghosts like Sam Darnold.
Two different Sams.
No. And will you be at training camp?
I'm gonna try to get out there for a couple of the days.
You let me know. We'll text, Twitter, whatever you want. I'll give you my phone number if you want it. I'll gladly give it to you. No problem. And I'll shoot you a text, and when you're gonna be there, and we'll get together.
Absolutely, I would love that. But Sam, my man, thank you so much for coming on Fireside Giants, giving us your story, telling us all about your journey and all the energy that you have. It's contagious. We're all feeling it, and I definitely am getting excited just watching all the fun you're having. So appreciate all the love and the time. And yeah, we'll link up soon, and we'll bring you back on, and we'll talk some more Giants as always, my friend.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Talk to you later. Thank you.